Hi, I'm Kaylee, and today I'm doing the overwhelmed book tag. This tag was created by Kathy Tryhard, and I will put a link to her original tag video in the description. Before we dive in to why I'm so overwhelmed with the overwhelmed book tag, I'm going to reach back here to our Booktuber Shoutout book, and we're going to shout out somebody randomly. Today's shout out goes to Jackie's Literary Corner. I will leave a link to their channel in the description. Be sure to go over and subscribe to them. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe to this channel and give this video a thumbs up if you are also overwhelmed. And please follow me over on Goodreads and Storygraph and Instagram and all the places. So the very first question in the overwhelmed book tag is, are you feeling overwhelmed? And if so, why are you feeling overwhelmed? I have just had a lot going on the last few months. Pretty much since Christmas, my life has just been total chaos. I've had a lot of other projects and just other things that have been taking me away from my reading. And so I'm feeling overwhelmed about my reading goals because I've fallen so far behind. So Storygraph tells me that I am 4,150 pages behind my page goal for the year. And Goodreads tells me that I am 23 books behind schedule for my goal to read 200 books this year. So yeah, just in case I wasn't keeping up with my goals, Goodreads and Storygraph are there to remind me how far behind I have fallen. One of my other goals was that I wanted to read one of my wrapped books every single week. And this week I'm only on number 7 from that goal. But this is actually the 11th week of the year, right? So I'm already 4 books behind in that goal as well. And I'm behind on my Harry Potter goal to read Harry Potter in Spanish. I should have already finished the first book. I should already be well into the second book, and I'm just like halfway through the first book. So yeah, delightful. Number 2 is tell us about the TBR that is lurking over your shoulder. I've done pretty well keeping up with my classics. I make that a priority. If I'm going to be reading something, I'm going to get those classics read. But I am behind with my Harry Potter goal. I'm behind with my wrapped books goal. I'm behind with everything else. And I just feel like it's only going to keep compounding through the year because I've got big readathons coming up and stuff in the summer. But maybe that will actually help me to get more reading done. Maybe I just need that kick in the pants that a readathon gives you to like get going. Question number 3, how is video making or bookternet posting shaping your reading experience? BookTube and Bookstagram always shaped my reading experience. That's the whole reason why I started the whole wrapped books challenge, was because I saw it on Instagram. I've definitely fallen behind in just making BookTube videos over the last few months as well. Normally I would make at least 1, maybe 2 videos every week, and I've been doing like maybe 1 every 2 weeks. Hopefully though, now that some of those major projects that I was working on are finished, I can get back to my normal schedule of posting on BookTube at least once a week, if not twice. So I'm looking forward to my schedule getting back to more normal and just being able to get back to my regular routine of reading and making videos. Question 4, what do you think you can do differently so you aren't overwhelmed? For one thing, I need to stop feeling guilty about being overwhelmed, or stop feeling guilty about being behind on my reading or not posting on BookTube as much or something. Like, it is what it is, and sometimes you just have to make other things a priority. And I need to remember that my reading goals for the year are just that. They're goals. They're not have to get dones. That sentence structure made no sense, but you know what I mean. Those goals do not have to happen. If I take some of those books off of my TBR for the year, that's okay. I'll just get to them next year. There is nothing that says that I absolutely have to read every single book that's on the list for this year. And the whole point of all of it is to enjoy yourself, to enjoy your reading, to enjoy making videos and communicating with everyone online. So if you get so overwhelmed that's not enjoyable anymore, well, then you're missing the point. The point is not to check off all those goals that you did them. The point is to enjoy yourself while you're doing them. So I think that's what I'm going to do differently. I'm just going to enjoy myself and have fun reading and have fun making videos, and I'm not going to worry about the rest. Question number 5, do you have any projects you really want to do, but something is holding you back? No, because I always do all the projects because I take on too many extra projects. That's why I'm overwhelmed, because I don't say no to all the extra projects. Yeah, nothing is holding me back from doing projects because I'm doing them. Question 6, is there a book or genre that brings you joy or takes you to a satisfying place? I have had a lot of insomnia over the last couple of weeks, and so I've been reading a collection of Ellen Montgomery's short stories. It's a short story. Some of them are only like 5 pages long, maybe at most 10 or 12 pages. And so when you wake up at 2:30 a.m. and you just want a little something to read, then it's perfect. You just get to sit up for maybe 15 minutes or something and read a little something and then roll over and go back to sleep, hopefully. And all the stories are familiar to me because I've read them many times. And they're all very wholesome and gentle. They're very comforting and hopeful. So yeah, those stories have been bringing me a lot of joy lately. Question number 7, how much does FOMO play into feeling overwhelmed? I mean, I think that I always have FOMO because, you know, I'm only gonna live to be 80 or 90 years old, and if I read 200 books every year until then, I will still not have read all the books that I want to read. So yeah, it's not just like, oh no, I'm not gonna meet my reading goals for this year. It's like, oh no, I'm not gonna meet my reading goals for my life. I guess I have kind of this doomsday mentality with my FOMO because I'm missing out on all the great reading that I could have been doing. Question number 8, is there anything you do specifically because of BookTube or the bookternet that you'd likely drop without it? I feel like everything that I read or the challenges that I do, like the Wrapped Books Challenge, I do those for myself. But I probably would not accept so many review copies from publishers, and they wouldn't be sending me copies if I didn't have BookTube and Goodreads and all of that to post reviews of their books. But everything else, I think I would do the same. Question number 9 is to tag at least 5 friends who could use some time to chill. All right, I'm just gonna go on YouTube and go to my subscriptions, and whoever are the first 5 booktubers in my subscriptions, then I'm gonna tag them. All right, I tag Bachwins and Books, I tag Words of Clover, Emily Kathleen Reads, A Frolic Through Fiction, and The Curious Reader. Those were the first 5 people in my subscription feed on YouTube. So there you go, you are tagged. I think we could all use some time to chill though. So if you feel overwhelmed and you need some time to chill, or just to gripe and complain about how overwhelmed you are with your reading, then I tag you. You should definitely do this tag. I feel better now. I feel like I've released some of that negativity out into the universe. And now I can tackle my goals and enjoy my reading and let go of that guilt and just be like, it is what it is, and this is what we're doing. Please leave me a comment and let me know, are you overwhelmed with your reading TBR? Or do you feel like, no, I've got it under control. I'm not overwhelmed, I've got it all set up, and I'm meeting my goals, and I'm not behind, and I'm just coasting through life with no problems. Please let me know your secret. How do you manage? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and remember, the right book in the right hands at the right time can change the world.